Ladies and gentlemen, I come to you with an important message from me. Yes, Eric Hansen of Backpacking TV. Today, I am presenting to you the gear that I am most excited about for 2022. Yes, this is a big deal, my friends. I have been assembling a load of gear, and I am ready to talk to you about it. Be warned, this may break hearts and break budgets, but it is the gear that I dream about and am super stoked about. So without further ado, let's get into it. I do want to give a shout out to Mystery Ranch for helping make this video possible. They have been a patron of Backpacking TV and supporting me here with Epic Trails, and I really like what they do. So if you are interested in a quality backpack, make sure that you check out mysteryranch.com, and here's the rest of the video. Okay, before me I have 9 items, and well, you can't see anything, but I'm going to be bringing them out. I have 9 items here today, and the first one is something that I am genuinely, I've been waiting for this for a long time, and there's been kind of a slow tease about it for a while, but I'm finally proud to announce that my first gear that I am stoked about for 2022 is the Mystery Ranch Bridger 65-liter backpack. I first got to use this last summer. I used the 55-liter version while hiking across the trails of South Dakota, and now I've gotten hooked up with the 65-liter bag, and this bag is my new favorite. I have a full gear review of this video available. If you are interested, please check that out, because there is so much to talk about this backpack. But the most important things I will highlight here. First off, it has a really unique design on this chest strap and suspension system. So it has the running vest style, where it really distributes a ton of pressure all through your whole rib cage, your shoulders, your back, and throughout your hips. It is like carrying a dream out there. It is wonderful. It is a delight. It has a ton of features. It's got a lot of ways to get into the backpack here, which I really like. Some of these big zipper compartments. And then that's just one, and then it opens up again to get into the main bag. There is so much to like about this backpack. This is probably the most excited I've been about a backpack. You can tell how excited I am in a really long time. I think Mystery Ranch just totally knocked it out of the park. And they sent me this backpack last summer, and I've now had to sit on it like a mother hen, waiting for it to hatch and make its way into the world. And it is finally here, my friends. So I'm super excited. If you're interested in learning more about this, check out mysteryranch.com. We'll have a link below. And yeah, check out the Bridger 65 or 55-liter bag, whatever suits your preferences. But this bag is awesome, and I'm super excited about it. That's number 1, my friends. Let's move on here to number 2. Number 2 on my list. Let's bring it in from out of frame. This doesn't do it justice because it's all packed up, but this is a brand new item. This is the 3-in-1 Ultralight Ranger from Big Agnes. And this is a sleeping bag system. It is awesome and mind-blowing, and I had no idea that I could be this excited about a sleeping bag. So what this is it's actually 2 sleeping bags. The inner bag on its own is a 35-degree bag. Now that's pretty light, obviously. The outer bag, which actually connects to a sleeping mattress, actually connects using this really handy slip around connect system that goes over the 4 corners of any sleeping mattress or pad, and it locks you in place. This outer bag is a 50-degree bag, so both lightweight. However, when you put the 2 together, you sleep inside this bag while also using this kind of like a top quilt. It provides warmth down to 15 or 20 degrees. It says that it is comfort rated down to 20 degrees, or it is a 20-degree bag. I don't actually know if it's comfort or if that's just the risk, where it will really start to feel cold. However, I've used this bag a bunch lately. Just in the last, they gave it to me a couple weeks ago, and I've been able to use this on 3 different trips. And it has been so wonderful. I love the way it hooks up to a sleeping mattress. It really gives you a bed-like feel. I feel like I'm sleeping like the best I've ever slept using this system. Now, also, one of the things that I really like about it is that it has a unlimited amount of functions. You can also, what I've done with really cold temperature backpacking that I've done lately, because it's currently winter, is actually sub this bag out for a 15 degree bag or a 20 degree bag and put that inside the quilt. And I have been totally comfortable in really cold temperatures that have been plunging here lately. So I really, really like that. With this system, you can do so much. If you add this to a bag system that you already have, you can pretty much extend this into 4-season territory. Or you can have a really light bag that's great for pretty minimal winter, like 2.5 season adventures. And then you can use this just for summertime if you want. Really, really like the ways that you can just have this as a very versatile bag. But my favorite thing about this, it's gonna be hard to tell unless we show some cool B-roll of it, is this up here at the top. You can actually slide in a pillow and it locks it in place. And I don't know why this is like a new thing to me, but it is the best system I've ever used for locking a pillow in place. That thing stays put and I sleep so much better because of it. That pillow isn't squirreling around like a greased pig at a Sunday barbecue on my sleeping pad in my tent, which I really, really like. There's a visual for you. Oh, one more thing. The other thing, if you have a partner, a romantic partner, that you would like to have also get this, supposedly you can take this and hook it to a partner pad and it becomes one sleeping system. Whoa, how romantic. Yes, my friends, bring in the love to the backcountry. Thanks, Big Agnes. That one checks in at $559. That is pricey. That is the ultralight version. However, there is a non-ultralight version at a more reasonable price of $369. Let me check. Yeah, I was right. $369. Oh, wow. What's going on up here? I don't even know. So anyway, that is really awesome. I really, really like what Big Agnes has done with that sleep system, and I've used it a lot lately, and I'm just super excited to carry that through for the rest of the year and beyond, because I don't know if there's going to be a sleeping bag system that's going to beat that for me. Okay, number 3 on my list. I got to check my handy notes here. Oh, maybe I should just check my wrist, because it is the Coros Vertix 2 watch. Yes, this watch is super, super cool. Now, I've expressed it before here on the channel that I have been really hesitant to use fancy watches. I typically do just prefer a simple watch that gives me an altimeter reading, maybe a compass reading, and that's kind of it. I don't like watches that you have to plug in, that drain batteries after 6 days, 8 days, 10 days. Coros sent me this watch to try it out, and I haven't taken it off since. It's been really amazing. They're not a sponsor. They just wanted me to try it out, and I've been hesitant, honestly, but I really, really dig it. It does some cool things. So among the things that I'm most excited about is, one, it has a maps function, which I honestly don't really use the maps function, but I like that it has it, and I'm going to start exploring how to use it. But I really like a few different things, such as I like that it tracks the temperature, and it's in a very readable map. I can scroll through this really nicely. It's all super intuitive, which is one of the things that I didn't like about other ones, is that they just weren't very intuitive. I can check, let's say I leave this outside of my tent at night, it will track the temperatures, and then I could be like, oh, at 3:35 in the morning, it hit 14 degrees. I really like being able to know that data, especially as I test gear. I can tell when the sunrise and sunset is going to be for the next 7 days. I really like that. I can see in a graph form the altitude that I've been at for the last 24 hours. I really like that. I do get texts and emails on here. I don't love that, but I can always change that feature if, if I want to feel like, hey, I'm disconnecting from, reality, or which one's reality? I'm not really sure. Whoa, man. There's a ton of features. Now, if you are an athlete or a runner or somebody who's training, this is definitely a watch for you. It's overkill for me, but I'm so excited about it because it does clock in at $700. That be some coin, my friends. So it's obviously pricey. It's not for everybody, but I really, really like it. The best selling features of it, I think, is that its battery life is stinking awesome. 60 days without plugging it in. So I can literally forget about this, have it on my wrist for 2 months, and I won't need a charge. It's pretty amazing. I will drop about 1% a day, roughly, using it, actively using this thing. It also has 140 hours of GPS functionality, which is pretty dang good. A lot of the other watches, if you turn it on, you're tracking your GPS, you're clocking your hike, it might last a day and a half. That's not great. I don't like that. I don't like that if I accidentally turn on a system, forget to turn it off perhaps for whatever reason, and then all of a sudden my watch is dead. Or if I'm on a real backpacking trip, I can actually clock my mileage, use GPS, use these functions, and it will stay up to date. It'll stay alive for the whole backpacking trip. Hopefully I'm alive too, to make sure that it's doing its job. So that's it, my friends. I really like this. Again, they're not a sponsor. They just sent it to me to try it out, and I can't believe how much I like it. So that's number 3. Number 4 on my list is the Scarpa Rush Mid Gore-Tex boot. Again, no sponsorship affiliated here. They just sent it to me to try out because I'm trying to test as much gear as possible these days. If you can tell with my channel, loads of gear reviews on here. And I got to use these in the backcountry on a really burly 4-day backpacking trip through Utah Canyon country. And I really loved these. Now, they did have one serious downfall for what they are, which was very unique to where we were. We were hiking through this really fine desert dust. And it has a way of getting through this outer mesh and getting stuck there because these are waterproof boots. So that was kind of just like this funky little quirk. Let's see if, yep, that's still left over from the trip. Yep, all right. So that was, I didn't love that, but that was, I think, really unique to that trip. It was just such a dusty adventure. But I was literally canyoneering. I was at weird angles all the time, scrambling through really rugged terrain, in and out of creeks, in and out of mud, and these things were so bomber. So I really loved how comfortable they were. Amount of heel protection, the amount of grip and tread was unbelievable. I loved it. My feet were comfortable and warm. It was chilly sometimes. It was also warm in the sunshine, and I wasn't sweating out, getting blisters. I was carrying heavy loads. I never once thought about the comfort of my feet, except occasionally to be like, I haven't thought about my feet lately. That is a great feeling, my friends. So I really like how these performed. And aside from all that dust that I might be shaking out for the next few months, these were incredible. These check in at $199. Again, a lot of these items are pricey. I get it, but being in a sub 200 ekes in at under $200. That is kind of like the upper end of a good deal, I would say. $170, $180, $190, just under $200. That's where I think most of the quality footwear is going to live these days. Unfortunately, that is fairly pricey, but you're gonna get what you pay for with these pair of boots. It's great. I really, really liked them. And I am excited to continue using these on future adventures. Number 5, shall we get to it? Okay. These are the Packstack Pro and the Packstack from Hillsound. I believe that I'm getting the names right. So a lot of people have noticed this as I pack my bags and give my instructional videos. I haven't done pack organization on the inside of my backpack. It's actually one of the reasons why I really like Mystery Range backpacks, is because they have so many compartments and features that you kind of naturally organize everything. However, I got to use this on my last trip, and I genuinely was really impressed with it. So this one is the weatherproof version. Clocks in at a very reasonable $17. So actually, I think that's a great deal. This will give you some water repellency, but it's a great way to store gear or clothes or whatever you want. It's a modular design, so they can stack together. The idea is that they are shaped to fit the inner part of your backpack, wasting no space and allowing you to easily organize your gear and keeping it safe. So I use the weatherproof one for clothing, and I've been using the waterproof one for camera gear. This is a much better design for me than using basically a camera backpack or a camera pouch that has a bunch of padding. Obviously there's more safety and security there, but it just takes up a huge amount of my backpack. What I really need is the weatherproofness of that, which this one offers. Now this is actually waterproof. Now this is not the same thing as a dry bag. You apparently cannot like just totally submerge it in water. However, I believe if you say your pack you were to go for a swim, like you fell off of a boulder into a creek, you wet out or something like that, this is going to keep your stuff dry. This is an actual waterproof zipper in here. And then the fabric is Cordura fabric that's waterproof as well. So between the waterproof material and the waterproof zipper, you've got yourself a waterproof bag. Now, I don't know why they say it's waterproof, but you can't submerge it. I haven't tested it, but I think that you're just going to get a lot of protection, but still a tiny bit less than a dry bag or something like that. It's probably just the way that these zippers have. There's going to be a tiny bit of moisture allowed in at probably just at this one end, and that's it. So this one is $30. So $17 for the weatherproof, $30 for the waterproof. To me, that's a good deal. I really like how these, stack up. You can kind of see how they've got the way that this is going to contour to the back, and this will contour around to the shape of your backpack, roughly speaking. And these do come in other sizes, so depending on the size bag you're planning on using, you can adjust with the different sizes. I really like them. I've already used these on a trip, and I was really impressed, and I am excited to learn more about better organizing my own backpack. So thanks to Packstack from Hillsound. Everybody needs a good pair of hiking pants, and I have recently become familiar with a company called Seadon. Now, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Maybe it's Seadon. I'm not really sure. But they came out with the Helios hiking pant. And this is a really, really nice hiking pant. So I like this for a lot of reasons. This is a very lightweight hiking pant. So if you're going to be in warm weather, this is an awesome pair of pants. They are water repellent. I've tested them. The water beads up really, really nicely. And if you were to probably go for a swim, they are also very quick drying. They are made from reused fishing line, fishing nets, fishing materials. So one, it's using recycled gear, recycled things that are being pulled out of the oceans. I really like that. They look great. They fit great. They're very, very comfortable. They contour to my backside rather well. I appreciate that. My girlfriend appreciates that. And there's just a lot to really like about these pants. They have a little bit of a cuff around the ankles, so if you want to cinch that up, it's really minimal, very lightweight. I didn't even know that they were there, those cuffs, for a while, until today, actually, until I was doing a little more research into these. That's how, a lot of times those are kind of bulky, kind of clunky, and they did a really nice job keeping that super low profile and minimalistic. I also really like the integrated belt. This thing, you can't pull it out. I think that it just is stitched in here, which is great because sometimes those integrated belts, they just slide around and then they're out and then you're never getting them back in. It's really a minimal belt, and that is very important because if you're backpacking, having a minimal belt under the belt of your backpack is very important. If you've ever worn a clunky belt, you know that just digs into your hips and it doesn't feel good. And I really, really like that. These clock in at $99. So that's a decent deal for a great pair of hiking pants. I think that's right around league average for the cost of a quality, quick dry, 4-way stretch hiking pant. So if you are in the market for a new pair, now these are thin. So if you're going to be doing cold weather hiking, you're going to be cold. These do not offer much protection. But for warm weather, Arizona, desert, wherever you might be, if it's just summertime, you want that cool feeling fabric, these are the ones for you. So check out Seadon. I will have the website listed below because I'm actually not sure what that is off the top of my head, but check out the Helios hiking pants. Thanks so much to you guys, to Seadon, for sending that along. I am digging these pants a lot. Can't wait to use them more in the summer. Okay, everybody, we got to keep this train rolling. Number 7 on my list is the Appalachian Gear Company All-paca sweater. This is, to date, the best mid-layer I have ever worn. I really, really like it. It is super comfortable, it's very lightweight, and it is very warm. I've been using it for the last couple trips, so now 2 actual backpacking trips, both of them. I love the hood here. Mostly the important thing is sometimes these wools or whatever can be very itchy. This one, I do not itch in at all, so I really, really like the feel. This does a great job of keeping me warm when it's cold out and actually cool when it's hot out. It does a great job of regulating my temperature. It also has, alpacas have some sort of odor control thing, I guess. I've been using this. I haven't washed it. I've been sitting around campfires. I've been, sweating it out in it occasionally, and it doesn't stink. Piece of clothing like this, I think it is a little bit pricey. It's $130. However, it's a quality piece of gear from a small-time manufacturer, Appalachian Gear Company, that I really like cottage companies like that, being able to support a company that basically makes this. I think that they make also like a couple of scarves or something, but it's not a big lineup of gear, and they do this really, really well. So I will note that they run big, so I am typically a medium. I got a small, and this is what fits perfectly. So just note that if you're gonna run out and grab one of these. I really, really like it. The other thing that's good to know is alpacas have a smaller impact on our planet than other animals that we use for clothing and things like that. So that's nice to see that there are some innovative companies making quality gear that is more ecologically friendly. So if you want, I believe the website is App Gear Co. I'm not sure, but the company is Appalachian Gear Company. We'll have the link below in the description, so check them out. Thanks so much for the alpaca sweater. This thing is amazing. We're gonna keep this train rolling. I know that there's a lot of stuff to talk about. There's a lot of stuff that I'm excited about. And number 8 is the Hestra Tactility glove. It is the Ergo Tactility glove. Now, gloves, not exactly the most sexy item on the planet, and I often haven't thought about it too much before. I typically just use like simple lightweight gloves. The problem with those is if you're doing real activities, you tend to blow out the fingertips really fast, you get them wet, you feel that cold. These actually have Gore-Tex in them. Hestra, well known for being ski glove manufacturers. These are really lightweight, low profile, but they're basically like the perfect glove for backpacking because you can really actually do stuff with them. They have a leather, I believe it's leather. It feels like leather. The actual palm and the fingertips with really nice seams. Actually, it contours to your hand really, really well. There's certain places where, if you're grabbing ski poles or something, there's some extra padding here, but these are just awesome. I really have enjoyed backpacking with these lately. They feel great, they look great, they're warm, And they're going to, if I'm doing real things like say chopping wood or handling rocks or moving rocks around, they're not just going to burn out those fingertips and get holes like are often the case with most gloves that I've ever worn. So I really like what Hestra has done here. Kind of feels like a guiding glove or a mountaineering glove, but they're so lightweight that I really, really like these for backpacking. And I think that they look cool. And I just really like these. These clock in at $85. So that is pretty pricey for a glove, but because of their durability, I think that these will last you a long time. And they are Gore-Tex, so they're gonna keep the elements out and keep your hands comfortable and safe in a wide range of conditions. Maybe you're just wearing the gloves to protect them from abrasion or ropes or whatever it might be, or maybe you just need them for warmth. This is a really great glove to look into if you're looking for something like that. Okay, thanks to Hestra for the Ergo Tactility glove. Really, really like these a lot. Let's go to the last item. Last on my list is the Big Agnes Copper Spur. This is the Mountain Glow Ultralight edition of the Copper Spur. It's a 2-person tent. And yes, I know you might be rolling your eyes because this is not a new item. However, it's new to me, so I want to talk about it. All right, this is my channel, folks. I do what I want, okay? So quit your yipping. This tent, I have gotten to use this on now 2 backpacking trips, and I just stinking like it. So with the Mountain Glow version of this, it has LED lights, which when I first got it and I was like, who needs LED lights in their tent? That's kind of lame. But just having to spend 2 or 3 hours, it's a winter trip, in the tent, it's dark at 6:15. I really enjoyed how pleasant that was. You can sit up, you're not being blinded by those lights. I really like that. So, but even without the Copper Spur Mountain Glow edition, you can get it for $50 less, I think, without the LED lights. And it's still a stinking sweet tent. I think the best thing about it, again, this is going to be hard to set up here, so we're going to be rolling the B-roll, is the doorways. I really, really like the way this doorways are designed. Having both doors, it is a 2-door tent, have 2 zippers. Now, they still have found a way to have a tent that weighs right around 3 pounds. It's a 3-pound, 3-ounce tent. So it is a lightweight tent, not quite a pure ultralight tent because it is in that 3-pound category, but it is feature rich, it is luxurious, it is bomber, and I really, really like it. I like that each door has 2 zippers. You can either roll them up and have a big giant doorway, or you can stake them out with, say, guy lines and trekking poles, and you can make a big awning, whether you need that for sun protection or a little bit of drizzly rain. I really like the open nature, the way that it feels so open when you have those doorways. I love that you don't have to crawl into this tent, especially, if it's, rainy or something like that. Sometimes tents start to sag and then you have to literally crawl and then you drag in the moisture off of that kind of V-slit doorway. And that's just not very fun. So I really like what they've done here. It is a nice lightweight tent. It's luxurious. It's very simple to set up. It's got color-coded tent poles, all the things that you'd want in a really nice tent. This is a high-end tent. It's pricey. It's over $500. I believe it retails for $549. So that's a lot of money, especially for a tent out there. You can get it without the LED lights for I think $499. So I would probably just recommend not getting the LED light version. However, it's a pretty nice bonus if you feel like spending that extra little bit of money. But mostly, I just really like having a spacious, roomy tent. This is, I believe, 52 inches at the head, 42 inches at the foot. So that is important to note depending on the size of sleeping pads you use. If you do like the 2 25-inch wide pads, I think you're going to have a hard time fitting 2 of those together. In fact, I just don't think you can do it. You might be able to fit a 25 and a 20. That's important to know. But certainly 2 20-inch wood pads would be just fine. So check out Big Agnes for the copper spur if you are looking for a quality tent. Again, if this is something, if you are brand new to backpacking, this isn't the tent to go to as your first tent. But if you really want a luxury rich tent with a lot of features and a lot of functionality, check out the copper spur. It's pretty stinking sweet. And this is the first time I've been able to get my hands on it, and I love it. And that's why I want to share it with you here in 2022. Folks, we done did it. Thanks for sticking with me. I hope you liked it. If any particular item stood out to you, I'd love to hear from you. Or if there is an item that you think I missed, please leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. There is so much to be excited about backpacking here in 2022. And I'm going to wrap this up, folks. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed here to Backpacking TV. I'm Eric Hansen. I'm going to go play in the snow. See you later.